And welcome. This is Nuke Marine presenting Let's Read Japanese, a course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Today's episode is Shinya Shokudo, Season 4, Episode 35. I don't know what the episode is about, but we're going to be finding out soon enough. For those of you on YouTube, if you're watching and you enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment because feedback's always welcome. And if you enjoy this video, enjoy this series, and you'd like to see more like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I plan to do more like this in the future. Finally, this is a part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. So if you enjoy that, what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, you'd like to support that in some way. One way is via the Patreon. So the link to that is in the description below, as well as links to the community Discord and the website, the Let's Learn Japanese website that Otaku Day put together. Finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, technical assistance advice, but usually it's one-on-one, kind of walk you through the process of setting up like Anki and some other resources to learn Japanese in the way in which I've talked about or discussed on these videos. The hourly rates and the payments are via the Patreon, and the links specifically for that are in the description as well. Okay, with that, we can kind of get started. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Get in both earpieces. So again, this is episode 35. And these have been going a little bit faster, which is either good or bad. No, actually, that's actually a good thing. But sometimes some shows take longer than others. It just depends on the content of that particular episode or that particular show. Okay, with that, let's get started.
白い背景から浮かび上がる赤いロゴ、Netflix。
I will also add, I've got this particular, since this was made for Netflix, most Japanese shows made specifically for Netflix or produced by Netflix in some way have also Japanese audio descriptions. So that's what I've got activated for this season, also the next season. And then others, if I do some other Netflix produced shows, Japanese Netflix produced shows in the future, I'll activate the audio option as well. Okay, but you're not going to see text for that.
Netflix オリジナル作品。
オリジナル作品。
新宿の夜景。大ガードの下をすり抜けてゆく一台のタクシー。靖国通りを進むと活気づく歌舞伎町の明かりが目の前に広がる。
歌舞伎町明かり目の前に広がる。
一日が終わり、人々が家路へと急ぐ頃、俺の一日は始まる。
路地裏の飲み屋街に佇む小さな店、飯屋。開店前、左目に傷跡が残るマスターがサムエにエプロンを巻き、豚汁の仕込みにかかる。メニューは豚汁定食と酒類だけ。
営業時間は夜12時から朝7時頃まで。人は深夜食堂って言ってるよ。
マスターがのれんを出し、提灯に明かりを灯す。
客が来るかって？それが結構来るんだよ。
What's interesting is they've actually shrunk this intro of what he says, like when he's discussing about the menu. And instead it's the narrator saying it instead.
柱時計が夜中の12時を打つ。深夜食堂第5話、卵豆腐。
卵豆腐。Was that something like natto?
飯屋。
一緒に打ったのかい。付き合いで半ちゃんだけ。それでも。
半ちゃんだけ？
パチンコで買った分。それで付き合いで半ちゃんだけ。それでもパチンコで買った分全部持ってかれたよ。
そんなに強いんならたくさん稼げるんじゃないんですか？
お前さ、そんなやつと麻雀打つか？
やりませんよ。だって負けるって分かってんのに。
そういうこったよ。
大神が来る。
噂をすればだ。
That is a big looking guy.
おかえり。
やっぱり新宿はいいね。昨日どうも。ご祝儀だよ。1年ぶりのご帰還だ。
祝儀。 祝いの、celebratory. Okay, celebration.
ご祝儀だよ。1年ぶりのご帰還だ。
さすがスリンだ。ああ、入ってこねえと捨てちまうぞ。
幼い泰造が入ってくる。
お前さん、いつからこの家に？
罰が悪そうに。
マスター、あれ頼む。
お前さん、いつからこの家に？
罰が悪そうに。
マスター、あれ頼む。そっからこいつには
お待ち。
泰造に卵豆腐丼を出す。
Okay, so it's just tamago tofu. Where's the tamago part of it at? I mean, tofu, obviously.
ジャンゴロの大神さん。
Tangoro?
ジャンゴロの
Oh,
大神さん。
jangoro.
卵豆腐が好きでね。スーパーで
See if that's they got a full phrase. No.
3個パックで売ってるあれさ。
九州回ってる時、昔の女に押し付けられたんだよ。置き手紙には俺のガキだって書いてあったけど、まあ怪しいもんさ。
で、お前さんが引き取ったってわけか。
仕方ねえや。他に面倒見るやついねえんだもの。
大神はビール、泰造はジュースを飲みながらそっくりな仕草をする。
これで赤の他人ならついにクローン人間が誕生したってことじゃないですかね。
だよな。
マスター、
万札を出す。
こいつ来たらなんか食わしてやってくんねえかな。
ああ。食べたい分あったら何でもいいな。
うなずく泰造。
Tagizo.
雀荘、大神のいる宅。泰造も後ろで。
What is it saying? Posta? Posta touch. Okay.
雀荘、大神のいる宅。泰造も後ろで見ている。初老の男がパイを切りながら口を開く。
怖い怖い。じゃあトップは取れ。
それは当然親の意地だ。円単品ドラドラ12000円です。
Ntamping. I don't know anything about mahjong, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. Yeah, I've got zero knowledge of. I'm not even gonna bother to learn.
大怪我。
円単品ドラドラ12000円です。
大怪我しないうちに今日は早めに退散すっかな。
まだ
大怪我しないうちに今日は早めに退散すっかな。
まだ酔いの口じゃない。
酔いの口。Okay, まだ酔いの口じゃない。
まだ酔いの口じゃない。
口じゃない。
ドンペリを開け、ホストたちが騒いでいる。初老の男が舌打ちする。
ガキよ。
すいません。
Hey, your son.
ホストのカズマが立ち上がる。
お騒がせしちゃって。
ああ、いいのいいの。気にしないで。世の中は持ちつ持たれつ。
This is horrible, though. I mean, this is definitely. I mean, if that's his job. If he's treating it like a job, he definitely shouldn't be bringing his kid to that type of work.
仲良きことは美しきかなってね。
相手にせず淡々とパイを並べる大神。大神に聞こえよがしに言う。
誰か俺と差しもするやつね。
Sashima?
誰か
仲良きことは美しきかなってね。
相手にせず淡々とパイを並べる大神。大神に聞こえよがしに言う。
誰か俺と差しもするやつね。
勘弁してよカズマさん。
ほんとイケイケだよな。女も麻雀も。
マジで。
行儀教えてやんね。
I mean, that's respect.
行儀教えてやんね。あんたの腕ならイチコロだろ。
あ、それポンだ。
Ichikoro? I mean, it's Ichigo, but Ichikoro? Kiwamete. It's not that.
あ、それ
あんたの腕ならイチコロだろ。
あ、それポンだ。ん？なんか言った？
焼きがまた大神ちゃんも。
飯や君と
焼きがもう。焼きがも
しに肩を揉ます
焼きがまた大神ちゃんも。
飯や君としに肩を揉ませるキャサリン。
そんなことさしちゃマリリンに怒られちゃうわよ。
問題ナッシング。旅に出てる間彼のペースを守ってって言ったのあの子の方なんだから。って言ったのあの子。旅に出てる間彼問題ナッシング。旅に出てる間彼のペースを守ってって言ったのあの子の方なんだから。ねえ君としくん。
はい、マリリン公認です。はい、マリリン公認です。
大神ちゃんたらさ、この子連れてかぶりつきで見てんのよ。母親のおっぱい。大神ちゃんたらさ、この子連れてかぶりつきで見てんのよ。母親のおっぱい恋しがるからとか言っちゃって何考えてんだか。
ねえ。キャサリンおばちゃんのおっぱいどうだった？
小鈴の問いに下を向く泰造。
お気に召さなかったみたいね。
ちょっとそれ問題サムシング。
いらっしゃい、緑ちゃん。
ビールちょうだい。
いいよ。
ほろ酔いの緑が君としに微笑み、泰造の隣に座る。ワンピースからこぼれそうな緑の胸に目を奪われる君とし。
Alright, so, okay, Catherine is, that's supposed to be okay, Marine's mom. Sometimes I forget the characters, so yeah.
リリに言いつけるわよ。
いや違う、いや。
何食べてんの？卵豆腐丼。
豆腐丼？
おいしい？
ご飯の上に卵豆腐と薬味が乗った丼を差し出す。
いいの？
うなずく泰造。
お気に召したみたいね。
小鈴が緑の胸を見る。
Kinimeshi, I mean like enjoy the meal, right? Kinimeshi. Okay. So there's a favorite. No, it's not saying. No. Okay. Kinimeshi.
お気に召したみたいね。
小鈴が緑の胸を見る。
いけるねこれ。あんた名前は？
Don't eat everything, girl.
泰造。泰造くんはプリン好き？好き。
泰造があくびをする。
2階で少し寝ていくかい？
首を横に振る泰造。
じゃあ一緒に寝よう。迎え来たらうちが起こしてあげるから。どっちが先に迎え来るかな。
What if that's a full phrase? No.
どっちが先に迎え来るかな。
緑が2階から降りてくる。
ぐずらなかったね。
譲らなかった。
全然。
Actually, I'm bad. Okay. Guzuru. I mean, I assume it means sleep sound. Okay.
ぐずらなかったね。
全然。可愛いね子供って。うちも欲しくなっちゃった。
俺にいっぱいおごるよ。
やったね。
マスターが奥へ引っ込むと、緑が携帯の着信をチェックし、寂しそうな顔を浮かべる。早朝、客が帰った後の雀荘。疲れた顔で椅子にもたれかかる大神。飯屋。カウンターに大神と緑。
ありがとね。いろいろ世話かけてみたいだけど。
全然。うちも一緒に寝てたもん。もしもし。もう何してたの。
外に出る緑。
鹿な。何がだい。
おっぱい好きなんだよ俺も。
Okay, that came out of nowhere.
おっぱい好きなんだよ俺も。
マスターが笑
いやあ、ガキの母親に似てんだなあの姉さん。
どうすんだい。来年小学校だろう。
みどりちゃんって子、仕事何やってんの。
キャバクラで働いてんじゃないかな。
もうそれは奇遇だな。
奇遇？奇遇。
もうそれは奇遇だな。あいつの母親もスナック勤めなんだ。
Yeah, so snack is very similar to Kabakura, where but there it's like you maybe just pay for an hour to sit at the bar and might be the drinks, or it might also be some places like you just pay an entrance fee, and then it just depends on the price. But it's not the idea where someone's going to be sitting by and serving you serve you drinks like a hostess club.
あいつの母親もスナック勤めなんだ。
Actually, let's see if they have the 簡単な仕事。Oh, no, that one's snack bar. Yeah, there we go, snack bar. See if they have that as a. No, they don't have it. No, they're not saying there.
緑が沈んだ顔で戻ってくる。
沈んだ顔で戻ってくる。
今日タイちゃんとプリン食べに行くって約束したから。
だったら俺におごらしてよ。プリンの前に3人で飯でも食って映画でも。
おじさん、父親って認めてないんでしょ。勝手に割り込まないでくれる。
I like that.
勝手に割りおじさん、父親って認めてないんでしょ。勝手に割り込まないでくれる？
俺お邪魔してあげ。
そういうこと。
Make sure about jamamushi. I mean, it kind of. Okay, it's not saying. Oh, there we go. Flying out with jamamushi.
そう。
俺お邪魔してあげ。
そういうこと。ここに連絡して。お昼過ぎに迎えに行くから。
名刺を渡して出て行く。夕方の公園、ベンチに座る緑と泰造。
定休日ちゃんと調べときゃよかった。ごめんね。
コンビニのプリンを食べる2人。
うちの親離婚すんだって。こっちはとっくに見切ってんのに今更何って感じ。
Divorced, Shin Dipon. Newly divorced, I assume. Or a parent, I'm sorry. Parents. That's, goddamn, I misread that. Parents are divorced. God damn it.
こっちはうちの親離婚すんだって。こっちはとっくに見切ってんのに今更何って感じ。マジ笑える。だから強くなってよ、うちも。やっぱ自分を守れるのは自分しかいないからね。
言
ってる意味わかる？
泰造がうなずく。
だよね。あんたも苦労してんだもんね。うちら似たもん同士かも。そうだ。来週また食べ行こうか。ほんとマジで美味しいんだから。
無表情な泰造がごそごそとポケットを探る。サイコロを2つ取り出すと緑に差し出す。
くれんの？
大きくうなずく泰造。うつむく緑。緑は泰造の後ろに立ち、頭をくしゃくしゃと撫でる。後ろから優しく抱き寄せる緑。
I don't know if this is going to have a good ending or not.
一日が終わり。
Because, this doesn't feel like it's going to be, again, his lifestyle is essentially spending all night working. Her lifestyle is pretty much, again, also spending all night working. Not the best type of lifestyles for raising kids, unfortunately. It's not, and sometimes like living in Tokyo can be, or in Japan can be unforgiving in that way. And then, of course, like they were saying, like when school starts, again, the kid has to be able to be on a day schedule because that's when the school happens. I kind of grew up in a different situation that my mom had to do a lot of like janitorial work or cleaning, but sometimes had to do it for like further away. So basically, we would stay with a babysitter, kind of like but at the person's house for almost like during the week, so we can go to school, and then on the weekends be able to go visit my mom. That was a brief time, but we had to do something like that. It's kind of like for kids that are in situations like that, it can be it's kind of a chaotic life, I mean, as a kid, you get used to it, you think that's the norm. Then you see more of a stable type of family life, and it looks like something you really want to have.
家路へと急ぐ人々。ただ何かやり残したような気がして、寄り道したい夜もある。
2階から降りてくる大神。
悪かったね、マスター。面倒かけちゃって。い
や、うちはいいんだ。ただ
分かってるよ。ガキ連れてこんな暮らしは続かねえってことぐらい。来週定型勝負あんだ。それが俺まで こいつのことは本気で考えらんねえんだよ。
泰造をおぶって出て行く。やりきれない表情でタバコを吸うマスター。や
りきれがない。
雀荘、大神の宅に一馬が来る。
大神さんっすよね。緑から話聞いてますよ。
だったらあの子に伝えてくんねえかな。気が向いたらまた食堂顔出してくれって。
気が向いたらなんだ。
気が向いたらまた食堂顔出してくれって。ガキが元気なくてね。
下に待たせてるから呼んできましょうか。
おう。頼んだことだけやってくれりゃいいよ。
大神の顔を覗き込む。
See if this is free.
頼んだ。おう。
下に待たせてるから呼んできましょうか。
おう。頼んだことだけやってくれりゃいいよ。
大神の顔を覗き込む。
お手合わせ楽しみにしてますんで。
無視する大神。
ありがとうございました。
出て行く一馬を睨みつけ後を追う泰造。
泰造！
泰造が思わず立ち止まる。一馬にしなだれかかり嬉しそうに歩く緑。立ち尽くす泰造。飯屋のカウンターに大神。
あんたと同業だよ。ホスト上がりで腕は立つんだけど。ホスト上がりで腕は立つんだけど、たちの悪い紐でね。
キャバクラやめたみてえだな。
もっと稼ぎのいいところで働かされてんじゃねえかな。
チンピラ風の男源が来る。
いらっしゃい。
源チンピラ。
大神さん、そろそろお時間なんで。
閉店までには迎えに来るんでよろしくお願いします。
ああ。
雀荘、宅を囲む台打ちの4人。大神の問い面には一馬。
緑ちゃん今どこにいんだい？
今日も元気に稼いでくれてますよ。あいつ俺なしじゃ生きていけないんで。
兄さんあの子から手引いてくんねえかな。
は？
ダメかい？
がっかりさせないでもらいます。俺はあんたとこいつで殺し合いするんでしょ？
パイ。
殺し合い？Okay, gotcha, okay.
がっかりさせないでもらいます。俺はあんたとこいつで殺し合いするんでしょ？
パイを指す一馬。真剣な表情の大神。
いいよ。好きにしなよ。あんな女くれてやるよ。
You gonna gamble over her?
ただしあんたが俺に勝てたらね。
お疲れ様でした。
デリヘルの待機所。
Oh. Okay, that's a different. Yeah, that's basically, yeah, essentially phone ordered prostitution.
女たちの中に緑がいる。
Like the one in the previous season with the daughter, you know, yeah, and then Actually, I accidentally was ordered by her father. Oh, she was working. Okay, I see what happened. So she owes more money, so that's okay. I get it. Okay, now I see what's happening.
緑の携帯が鳴る。
はいはいホテルフロリダ906号室わかりました。
リーチ。
勝負が続く雀荘。カズマに続き大神もリーチ。
リーチ。
Again, I don't know anything about mahjong. Like, I couldn't even tell you what even means to win. I should have learned it just for.
一発2000銭。
大神が上がる。
コミテじゃん。
強気のカズマ。
コミテ。
組の幹部たちが周りで見ている。
I assume that's a loose means bad hand. We're having junk, maybe trash cards in poker. I'm assuming.
ラン。トン本一8000。
大神が上がる。大神に展望を放るカズマ。
3万2000。
カズマを狙い撃ちして上がり続ける大神。青ざめるカズマ。
ラン
勝負がつく。勝った大神が立ち上がる。
Mahjong de tanin no stetta. Okay, so you take off the. Okay, take his throw away. I guess it just means. Yeah, I mean it's like in spades. I mean, is it spades? No, wait. We're on a fucking thing. That's not spades. Sorry, I'm thinking something different. But yeah, it's just. Not bridge. Oh, I mean bridge. You can do that, but then why am I forgetting the name of that card game? God damn it! It was in the Flamenco Kid. I just haven't played in a long time. Okay, but yeah, obviously you want to. Maybe it's played in a similar way.
情けない声を出すカズマ。
もう一度やらせてくれよ。
ご苦労様でした。
報酬を受け取る大神。
どうも。お疲れさん。
カズマを一別し、札束入りの封筒を持って出て行く。
It's probably good for him that he gets up and leaves because, like I said, he might just lose. I mean, there's probably a chance. He's on a, again, part of this is it's a skill game. It is a skill game. There's a lot of luck involved, but it still is a skill game, much like poker. And knowing your opponents is just as knowing what your opponent's doing can be just important. I don't have the mental energy to do that. It's kind of important when you're playing spades. Paying attention not only what your partner is. So you got to play, but you're playing against the opponents, and that's just as important for knowing what to play. You're not just going off pure numbers. Sometimes you are going off what they do because it makes the game look, especially poker, less so with the spades, but still, it takes a lot of understanding both the partner and the opponents.
飯屋カウンターに大神と泰造。
つきものが落ちてみたいな気分だよ。
これからどうすんだい？
こいつ連れて親父とおふくろの墓参り行こうと思ってさ。まだ懐が抜くうちに。
そうかい。そう。
まだ懐が抜くうちに。
そうかい。
緑が来る。
おう、安心しな。 あの寄生虫野郎は当分町には戻ってこねえよ。
寄生虫。うん。うん。
あの寄生虫野郎は当分町には戻ってこねえよ。
正義の味方ぶっていい気になってんじゃねえよ。
え？
カズマの子やったのよ。返してよ、私のカズマ。あんたさえ帰ってこなきゃ。なんで。
うん。
仕事してくれたのよ。カズマどこよ。カズマは。もうお姉ちゃんのバカ。
長い髪を振り乱した緑が泰造を見る。緑をじっと見据える泰造。我に返り後ずさるようにふらふらと出てゆく緑。
Complicated.
だいたいいつもこのパターンだから
何言ってんだ。
カウンターに金を置き頭を下げる泰造。
お世話になりました。
呆然としている大神の手を引く。店の表、警官の小暮が来る。
噂に名高い子連れ大神さんですか
Wolf. I think like long wolf and cub.
そう呼ぶ人もいるけど、何か？
ちょっとお話伺ってもよろしいですか？
うなずく大神。
じゃあちょっとすいませんね。ごめんなさいね。
大神さん、賭博容疑かと思って焦ったらしいけど。
Tobaku, gambling, and then doubt, right? Suspicion. Tobaku, yoga.
賭博容疑かと思って焦ったらしいけど、児童福祉法違反に引っかかってね。
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, okay. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, Child Protective Services. Jido Fukushiho, Child Welfare Law. Jido Fukushi.
泰造、児童福祉法違反に引っかかってね。泰造君、養護施設に預けられることになったんだ。
Yeah. Man, that sucks. Yeah, welfare services, I know. Yogo Shisetsu, Child Care Institute. Yogo Shisetsu.
泰造君、養護施設に預けられることになったんだ。それからどうなったって？
33食30点です。
養護施設で麻雀をする泰造。
泰造くん、お父さんがお見えになったよ。
作業着を着た大神。
よう、泰造。プリン買ってきたぞ。一緒に食べようぜ。
飛びついてきた泰造を抱き上げる。
お父さん勝った。
勝った？いっぱい勝ったか。
いっぱい勝った。
いっぱい勝った。よし。
50点いっぱいやったの。
50点いっぱいやったのか。よし。じゃあ今日は寿司でも食いに行くか夜は。
やったー。
おまけコーナー、卵豆腐丼。
とろっとした卵豆腐に
ふわっとしらすと大葉を。
はい、よし。
簡単出来上がり。
緑の胸を見る。
とろっとふわっと。
Okay, let's see. Torotto and Furato. What up?
ちょっと。
どうもすいません。
Alright.
どう
Okay, so that was a lot more difficult to get through. I was obviously misunderstanding some of the stories, but I picked it up as okay, so I was missing some of the key points of the story. And you kind of didn't, I don't think I haven't seen this episode before, so that's good. And I get the feeling if I watch it a second time, it will make a lot more sense. Now it's like, okay, now I'm seeing what the problems are. What, again, he had a relationship. The mother passed away. He's trying to take care of the son, but again, he's got a lifestyle that is definitely incompatible with raising a child. And again, essentially asking the Bart, again, the store to kind of like, hey, can he be taken care of while he's got to do his thing. And of course, you had that one unfortunate part at the end where, yeah, sure, looks bad, like, hey, always bringing a kid to play mahjong, but they were saying like, oh, but you were involved in a illegal gambling operation, and so child welfare law, they don't. And the thing with child welfare, they don't have to say that it doesn't even have to be like you got to be guilty of what of gambling or something. It's like they just have to think that you are, and because they're going to err on the side of assuming like the welfare of the child. Can be a good thing. It can also be a horrific thing depending on, especially if you're not guilty of what they're saying, which I've seen those cases happen as well. I don't know too much about the child welfare in Japan, and you had some issues in the States. You hear on the that makes the news now and again, both where where they did their job in the right way, and others where they kind of like overstepped. It essentially became abusive, like throwing the parents through hell. They want to keep custody of their children. So it's in his case, it's like it probably is a better thing instead of the boy, but that the father gets visitation. Maybe it's a good thing. It may work out for the best, but um, it's where it's like if he could afford some type of childcare, pay someone to like stay. You don't have to like have a girlfriend, but like they say, hey, look, you're essentially a caretaker for the boy. Something like that, instead of him hanging around in a place where he should not be hanging around at. It's just not a healthy place for a child to be spending a majority of their time. It kind of. But you can see he wasn't meant to be a bad. He was trying to do a good thing, but you saw with her character, it's like, well, this guy was a parasite, but and scum, but probably was providing her with a financial, the finances that she needed. And by him getting kind of essentially running him out, she lost that that one sugar daddy, because she wasn't looking to him to be a boyfriend or anything. She just wanted to kind of felt bad for his son in a way, or whatever it was. It probably was not going to be a healthy relationship. It would have probably been worse if they got together. Who knows? Some of the stories you see kind of like this, where it feels like, okay, like the one with the boxer, that was more of a positive way. This is probably a relationship you didn't want to see actually occur. But you do see he's not a bad person, just may not be a good father. And some people are that way, and that's fine as long as you're aware of it. And he probably could have think of a better way of solving the problem than essentially letting the state come in and solve it for him in the only way they can do it. Yeah, so this is definitely not a happy. This wasn't a happy episode. It was a good episode, but just it does, and it's one of those episodes that show you the dark underbelly of life in the major cities of Japan. Which occasionally, again, that's not something that you get to see that often in depending on the dramas or anime that you watch or the books that you read and whatnot. Probably not something like tourists to Japan are ever going to see. Like I said, I doubt you would ever be invited into a mahjong cafe. I could be wrong, maybe, but I don't know. Somehow I doubt it. They'll play. All right, I think that's about it. So there's really not much I can say beyond that. So for those of you on YouTube, so anyway, for those of you on YouTube, let me just say this. This has been Let's Read Japanese, Shinya Shokudo, Season 4, Episode 35, or the 5th episode of the 4th season. Or technically it's the first season if you count it as like Shinya Shokudo Tokyo Monogatari or Tokyo Stories. Just if you search it on Netflix, it's under that title, so it's considered a 2-season series as opposed to it's 5 seasons total plus 2 movies. I'm just gonna treat it all as if it's all one series. It's just easier that way. And again, you saw it. It does have audio description, which works out great. I'm gonna keep doing that. It does improve the story. I think it makes the story a lot more fun because there's a lot of downtime in it. I actually enjoy hearing the descriptions of the scene as it plays out. It's quite enjoyable. Okay, with that said, for those of you on YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you enjoy the series, subscribe to see more. If you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, you'd like to support that, one way is through the Patreon, link in the description, as well as links to the community Discord and website. And if you'd like to hire me on commission or the one-on-one to help walk through the steps, setting up Anki and other resources to get you started learning Japanese the way which I recommend, the hourly rates and the payments are on the Patreon, and the link specific for that is down in the description below. All right, and I'll be back with the next episode. For those of you on YouTube, I'll be back with the next episode tomorrow. For those of you on Twitch, I'm gonna take a quick break in between, but yeah, we're still gonna be live streaming. So yeah, so thank you. So for those of you on YouTube, see you later.